Welcome, Agent. You've tuned into Shielded Opinions, a Marvel Cinematic podcast.
Hello, welcome back to another episode of Shielded Opinions, a Marvel Cinematic podcast. I'm Kirby.
I'm Riley.
How
I
you
got
doing,
something I
big
gotta
boy?
tell you, brother. I got something I gotta tell you. It's bad.
Oh no. What is it?
Yeah. We started this show at 10:30 this morning. I went to bed at 7:30 this morning.
I didn't know.
So I'm just
that.
happy to be here. Truly. Yeah, I didn't want to tell you that I was up all night because I figured either I knew you'd try to reschedule because you're too nice. I'm like, no, we're getting this fucking done. We're gonna get this done right now.
Yeah, I would have rescheduled.
Yeah,
I even messaged you. I was like, is tomorrow better? You're like, no.
I was like, I can get an hour out of him. I was like, if I can get an hour out of him, then I'll make it. I'll make it to the show.
Well, you're a good soul.
Keep screwing up the times because when were we supposed to start?
We usually 10, my time is 10, so yours is 9.
Okay. Well,
so
listen,
you're like,
I didn't even set an alarm. I didn't even set an alarm until 9:05. So screwed that up.
It's all right. You're here.
Just happy to be
You're
alive.
supporting the cause. You're supporting the cause, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, the good news is, because I was up all night working, and I did get all these fucking renders done that I was doing. But in that time, I was able to watch The Winter Soldier twice and half of the first Avenger.
Hey.
So I'm all capped up.
You're capped up. Are you capping right now?
Oh, not capping, but I'm capped up.
You're like, no,
that's
this is
what
all
it's
true.
called. That's what it's called when you're all bricked up for Chris Evans. I'm a little capped up.
A little capped.
Yep.
I started Guardians of the Galaxy last night.
Look at you. You're like a week ahead. It's not for.
It's good. Well, when I watch it at work, like it's not in 4K because the Wi-Fi is trash. So I'm just sitting there trying to enjoy the experience with it in like 720p. I'm just like, this could be so much better. So I started early, and I'm about halfway through the movie, I think. It's beautiful. It's very colorful.
That's when I haven't watched the first Guardians probably since it came out. So
really? Oh man, it's so good. I think this is I've watched it not as much as I should have. Like I've watched Captain America and stuff handfuls of time compared to Guardians. Like The Winter Soldier, what we're reviewing today, I've seen probably 10, 15 times.
I actually don't think I've seen The Winter Soldier as much compared to some others, and that I have regrets. I don't know why.
Crazy. This is literally one of the best MCU movies ever made.
Well, I don't disagree with that. I don't know. I think I'm just a Cap hater. Like, I'm not going to put on a Captain America movie. I think I'm just jealous of Chris Evans. That's my problem. That's my problem.
Are you jealous?
I'm jealous it's a spite too. Thing. I'm not gonna
I get motivation from this movie. I get motivated. I'm like, all right, it's time to run and run past people on your left, run past them again on your left.
Yeah.
I adore this movie. The Winter Soldier. I don't know if people agree with me or not. I think people would, but it's not one of my favorite superhero movies. It's one of my favorite action movies as a whole. Like, I think it is almost a damn near perfect movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, I don't know. When you think favorite action movie, God, I don't even know what my contenders are.
John Wick. Have you seen those movies?
Yeah.
Those movies are pretty damn good.
Yeah, they're certainly entertaining.
What's crazy
they're
is
one-trick ponies, but
I just started watching it this year.
Oh, wow.
That's weird, isn't it?
Well, I was at Comic-Con when John Wick 4 was revealed. I think it was John Wick 4. I was there. I was boots on the ground there.
That's crazy. In San Diego?
I got yeah,
that's
in San
wild.
Diego.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah, I was there for work. so I didn't really get to do too much. I was kind of stuck in my booth the whole time. But yeah, I got like 5 of those John Wick Hall H posters though.
That's awesome. That's pretty sweet. I plan on going one of these days, but I heard tickets are pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, I would say just from like my experience there, if I had to pay money to make that trip happen, no shot in the world would I do it again.
You're like, nope, I'll pass.
Yeah, like I don't know. There are some cool things about the big boy conventions, like being at. I've been at E3, I've been at San Diego Comic-Con, I've been at like just now, it's just at PAX East. Those are like big boy conventions, 20 by 20 booths. You know, they're not even close to as fun as the small time horror conventions.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm a simple man, I guess.
Is Scarefest considered a small time? Because it's pretty damn
used
big.
To be. Yeah, Scarefest used to be, but now I would say it's like mid. If you're comparing it to Comic-Con, it's like mid-sized.
Yeah,
it's big in the horror space. It's pretty huge. It's one of the bigger ones.
I don't think I went to. I think a couple years ago was the first time I went there, and the one before that was at Indianapolis. Days of the Dead. That was during 2020, and it was literally dead. There was hardly anyone there.
Well, yeah, it's hard to judge off of that. But in general, Days of the Dead's a bit of a smaller show. It's not super like the show I just went to in Milwaukee HorrorCon. That's a small show. Like there's minimal people there, no lines. Yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to Comic-Con, big boy Comic-Con. I got to get ripped.
I'd like to go to New York.
New York would be cool. I got to get ripped though first. That way I can suit up.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
Make it go. I'll just like I said in that clip, I'm surprised. I thought for sure people were going to be upset with me. You keep sharing shorts that I'm like, God, I'm going to trigger somebody. Like every single short you share is me looking bad. Why can't you look bad? Huh?
I don't know. Because everything I say is just good. No, I'm just kidding. You say good stuff.
You're too
I'm
nice.
a good person. You haven't said anything that bad. What? You've talked about boobs.
Oh,
and you've talked about not dressing up as Ghostface. That's it.
There was well the one about the anxiety tax. I was like, oh fuck, someone's gonna come. What do you know about anxiety? I'm like, no,
literally there was a couple people.
You sick fuck.
There were a couple people defending fake Tony Stark. They're like, no, that's totally what would happen. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I had no idea.
I understand anxiety attacks again. I get it. And PTSD. And I do. It's like Tony makes it a joke every time. It's like, here, it's coming. I can sense it coming. And it's
here it is. Oh, and then he runs away.
Yeah. You did it.
It's fine. It's fine.
As for the fat Ghostface one, I'm not taking that one back. Because one, I was talking about myself. I have the pass.
I think it would be scary to see a large ghost face. Because if he grabs you, you're dead. Like, he's going to break your spine.
If they ever did like the cult of ghost faces thing, you could start having bigger buff Jasons. Or not Jason, ghost faces, because then it doesn't matter who they are. But in the normal scenario of a Scream film where it's a group of friends, if one of the friends in the group is 350 pounds, you're like, and if you see the ghost face run into the room, you're gonna be like, I think I know who that is.
Their next meet up, you're like,
that's not even fat shaming, bro. That's not like that is. This is what I'm saying. I am very self-aware of what I look like and like how I fit into clothes, and that's like if I put on a Ghostface costume, everyone in the town is gonna know that it's me.
They're gonna meet up right after the scenario happens. And like, it was a really large man. And then the guy's just like, he's doing the same line like the kid from Scream 6. What was that kid saying he was at in Scream 6? He was like, I was wherever
I
he
had
was
econ.
at. Yeah,
I had econ.
Yeah,
although
I hope that
you know
happens.
how like in Scream films, like the height they being skinny, everyone's always been skinny, the killers, but the height differences is like glaring. Like when Emma Roberts took off her mask, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, you're fucking 4'11". Where did
you were taller than
and
me
then
5
Mikey
seconds
Madison?
ago.
Yeah, Mikey Madison when she's 6'6" when she kills Dewey, you know, like
Yeah, that's
things
offensive.
like that. Yeah, but when the mask comes off, it doesn't matter anymore. It would be kind of funny if the whole movie Ghostface is just the normal Ghostface, and then they take the mask off, and all of a sudden it's a morbidly obese character. And you're like, yeah. I want to see how the people react to that. All the fucking Mikey Madison defenders, you know, that like she killed Dewey, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually one of the. I don't actually hate on that scene, but I'm saying like everyone that's like she could have totally done it. She's just that. Is that big. I want to see how they react to a fat Ghostface all of a sudden going from skinny to fat the second the mask comes off.
I just picture the bully off SpongeBob, like he's sideways, he looks thin, and then he turns front ways, and they're like, "Oh God!"
Yeah,
and he's like, "I'm gonna have to kick your butt." Oh, that's good stuff. Scream 8 coming soon.
Yeah, come on. We want fat people need some representation. We're killers too, damn.
Well, the Winter Soldier. Let's get back to the Winter Soldier here. Came out in April 4th, 2014. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.7 on IMDb, which that's not okay. It needs to be in the 90s. It's 7.7.
Are you aware of what the highest rated movie of all time is?
What is it?
Yeah, unless things have changed, I believe it's The Shawshank Redemption.
I can see that.
Even like one of the greatest movies of all time, that's at a 9.3. So
this needs to be at least in the 8s.
Maybe. You just
Shawshank
don't
Redemption,
see a lot of movies
it can't do better than
high.
that. You're right.
Yeah, I think there are some 9s, some 9.1s, 9.2s, but yeah, there's not many, man. There's not many movies in history that have done that. So,
what is Infinity War?
Well, let's look. The Avengers, 8.4.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't think it'd be that high.
I consider this to be, I don't know if I would consider it better than Infinity War, but I think it needs to be in the 8s. 8.2 is where I'd put it on IMDb scale.
Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8. Give it a clean 8.
They're wrong.
Yeah.
You might be a little bit wrong. Just a little bit.
All right.
You're about 0.2 off.
Yeah.
0.2.
What you said, that's the right answer.
That's what I'm saying. No.
It's objective.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. What was your first watch reaction? What was it like when you first watched it compared to now? Did you notice anything different?
I truly don't remember my first time watching this, but I got a good feeling that I was distracted by Natasha the entire time.
Just like now?
I was thinking it. She is so seductive the entire movie. And I know it's a little bit of her character, but like from the second she appears on screen and is talking to Sam and Steven, if you will, it just immediately was like, oh my God, what are you trying to fuck me? Or you didn't? What are you trying?
Excuse me?
That was
she
a
is
Shane
literally
Gillis
like
reference,
that the whole time, though.
That was a Shane Gillis reference, to be clear. But yeah, dude, like
Yes.
the whole time. Like, I'm actually surprised they didn't push a like love story between Natasha and Steve after this.
I almost
But, you
felt
know,
it. I felt it in
Yeah,
this.
dude. Yeah, like they have them kiss. She's constantly she spends the whole movie setting him up on a like trying to set him up on a date.
Yeah.
While the whole time flirting with him, because who wouldn't? And yeah, then she kisses him goodbye and all this. Like it really felt like they were leading into a potential relationship there. But they've always stayed close. I mean, the way they kind of like lead the Avengers essentially post Infinity War.
Here's the weird thing. So I totally saw them getting together, but then in Civil War, you see him making out with Sharon Carter, who was introduced in this movie. Here's where it gets weird. Sharon Carter is Peggy's niece.
Mm-hmm. He just loves the Carters.
Well, Cap goes back in the past and marries and has a life with Peggy, which means that's his niece.
Well, now that you said it, now I'm uncomfortable.
It's weird.
but in this timeline, because what he did, see,
But it's the same timeline.
but is it the same timeline?
Yeah, because at Endgame, he just pops up out of nowhere as an old man. And he's like, yeah,
Right.
I'm done being Captain America.
So he returned. Actually, that doesn't make any sense in general. Like, so if he went, this is why time travel in movies fucking sucks. Okay, because
It's tough.
in theory, like if he goes back in time and changes, like and gets with Peggy, then he's then splitting the timeline completely. But like I said, you can't really do that because that timeline was already set to begin with. Like him going back in time to affect the timeline was already part of the timeline.
Which means he was always her unk.
He was always fucking his niece. This
is terrible. Captain America needs to go to prison.
Well, in some places, I think that's maybe not.
Well,
nieces,
Luke and Leia
maybe,
made
but
out, and people were pretty okay with that.
They didn't know though.
Well, Cap didn't know until afterward. I'm sure he didn't do it after the fact.
But he did. It is still a little weird considering he had a relationship like with a much older relative, 60 years ago.
Yep. What are you going to do?
Because he's not going to age the same way. Well, actually, that's another thing I'm a little confused about in general with like Endgame is that he aged like any other man would age, and he technically shouldn't, right? Or am I stupid?
I think his aging is a little bit slowed down due to the serum, but not by much.
Well, they said
he
his
still grows old.
metabolism. Yeah, but his metabolism is 4 times higher than the average human. Does that mean metabolism and your aging are a little bit different? But I'm just saying, like, does that mean also his de-aging his aging is slowed down by 4 times?
Maybe.
Wow, how old should he be in Endgame when he I guess he would be. He's like 100 and. No, we'd be about 90 something.
He'd
right?
be in his 90s, I think. Yeah. Because if you think about it, he was like in his 20s during the first Avenger, got frozen, got de-thawed. The first Avengers movie set in like 2016, I think, or 2017. And then he lived for almost a decade before going back to the past. So there's like 10 years of aging before he goes back to the past to live with Peggy and then lives out his life again.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. So really he's like 30 something. Then he ages 70 years from there. So he's like 100. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I'd say they've not confirmed it, but he's old as shit. I know that.
I'm sure there's a crystal clear answer on a fandom somewhere. I'm sure.
We'll Google it. Yeah, my first watch and rewatch now, I'm a softie when it comes to like movies. This movie makes me tear up every time he's in the room with Peggy.
Yeah.
I tear up every single time. And he's like, I
What?
still have to give you my favorite girl, her dance or whatever.
Mhm.
Absolutely phenomenal. That scene is heart-wrenching.
I think that's probably something you see like with your job a lot, right? Such what you used to do for a living.
Yeah, seeing you just talking about old people just being is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about
just
or
like
just
Alzheimer's and dementia patients.
yeah, I do. I still see it every now and again now, but before before this current job I saw it all the time. And it's
Yeah,
sad.
it like
It's heartbreaking.
it is like I think it's one of the worst things that could happen to you in life is just losing all your memory like that. At least it's sad as shit that mid conversation she's like resets basically, but at least she was able to like remember Steve in general.
Yeah.
Because a lot of like my grandpa is currently going through this, and he would recognize my mom, but I have a feeling if I were to walk into his room, he would have no clue who I was.
Yeah. I've had that happen with
Yeah.
my great-grandfather like a few months before he passed. Something about older people staying a couple days at the hospital will completely confuse the shit out of them. I guess because they're so used to being in their home and then going somewhere else, it really trips them up.
Yeah, like change of setting. Yeah, because like you
He
really
literally,
need to...
my great-grandfather literally looked at me and he was like, "Who are you?" I was like, "It's me."
Yeah,
I played jokes with him that way because he's a goofy guy. So I was just like, "Well, quit being a goofball. You know who it is." And he'd snap out of it. He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah," but it's sad.
Yeah,
It's a sad thing to
yeah. I
go through.
Always tell my wife if that happens to me, just put a bullet in my head, brother. Just wrap it up.
Put me down.
Yeah, like if I don't have the memory of my family anymore, like I'm just a walking body, I'm just there, just fucking blow my brains out. Like just
You could
wrap
do
it
what
up.
you could do what Arnim Zola did. Put your brain in a bunch of machines.
Well, my brain is the problem.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's just gonna.
Oh yeah. Correct. Never mind.
Yeah.
You'd be useless.
So just bring me out back. Light a couple candles. Wrap it up.
Look at the bunnies and let it end. Look at the rabbits. Yeah, I get the same feeling of watching this movie like I did when I first watched it. I think this movie's phenomenal. Let's talk about some things that work and what doesn't, because I do have a slight complaint, but I think it's just a product of the time. One thing that doesn't really work was the CGI did look a little bit wonky, but I think that is just Marvel. Because I could have swore I was like, these Marvel movies had some of the best CGI, but they really don't. Like Iron Man 1.
Yeah, you got to the point where they're pushing these out so quickly that you're asking an effects team to do way too much. Those VFX teams are being rushed like crazy, underpaid, overworked. And they, as a result, some rough content came out. And honestly, in general, the effects are pretty good in this movie, but there are some rough compositing shots, especially with the ships. There's a couple of rough shots with the ships.
Yeah.
But usually they're like throwaway shots. The ones that are where there's like quote unquote like hero shots, those all seem okay. Where they actually put the time in. But
yeah, like the action sequence where Cap is like breaking out of S.H.I.E.L.D., that scene looked good. But the main critique I had was the helicarriers and them standing in front of the helicarriers and stuff. It was a little bit rough looking.
Yeah, there were a couple of shots or when they're just kind of like floating, they're hovering, and the like jet engine that is not moving. Like the fire shooting out of the jet engine is like very static, and I think that's what was throwing me off when I was looking at it.
Yeah. What works though, the drama of this movie, I think that's the strongest component of the movie, is just how grounded, humane, and personal it feels compared to, because this isn't, I mean, there's some jokes, but this is a very personal story between Captain America and his best friend Bucky.
Yeah.
And it works fantastic.
Yeah, and
the action set pieces were really good.
Yeah, I think the first Avenger gave us just enough of Bucky where we're like we feel like how important this is.
Yeah.
So I think that increases the stakes a little bit. You were talking about stakes earlier, and I think yeah, that's something that really does it, because when you know, and Steve does know, he's like, when you know, like, I'm about to go into battle here and I don't know if I can actually fight the enemy, that's a tough spot to be in.
It's scary. Yeah. I mean, he obviously, without a doubt, would stop them helicarriers, but doing the ultimate sacrifice of like, can he stop his best friend from killing others or possibly killing himself? And in a way he did, but it was by sacrificing himself and just giving up, saying, I'm not doing this with you. Like, you're my friend. If I'm your mission, finish me off. And I love such a awesome scene.
Yeah. And then I can't believe he drops the shield through the window, the broken window like that, and just lets it disappear.
I know, but they found it in the next movie. Like it didn't matter.
Hey, I don't know how they did that, but yes, that shield just keeps popping up.
Maybe Bucky grabbed it when he jumped down to get Cap. He's like, he's gonna need that.
I don't think you see him with it when he drags him to the shore.
I didn't see it, but that's
Unless it was on his head.
It's my little theory. Maybe he tossed it before we saw him drag Cap out.
Yes, plot armor.
Headcanon.
There you go.
The weird thing about the whole story with Bucky and Captain America was I never read any of the Captain America comics. This movie was the first time I even knew who the Winter Soldier was. And before that, I didn't know who Bucky was because I saw the Winter Soldier before the first Avenger. So yeah, when I saw who the reveal was, I was like, he said Bucky. I was like, Bucky?
Who the fuck is that guy?
I was like Thanos. I was like, I don't even know who you are.
Well, that totally changes your viewing experience.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, I was just like, hey, that's that guy from the beginning of the movie in the museum. That's a shame.
Wow. That's a shame.
And watching it, I was like, he's a bad guy now. But yeah.
That's a damn shame.
And yeah, watching it now because look at this. I bought this at the comic book shop the other day. The Winter Soldier collection.
Wow.
This is fairly new. Like, they kept Bucky dead for like 40 years. Because Stan Lee said Captain America shouldn't have a sidekick, so we're going to kill him off and act like he never had one. And this writer, throughout his whole childhood, he was like, if I ever had a chance to write a Captain America story, I'm bringing back Bucky. And in 2004, he did. Which is awesome. I had no idea.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, because I don't even know how he got the job for Marvel. Yeah, it works perfect. Like, I thought this was a thing that happened in like the 80s or something, but it's like very modern.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm uneducated, ignorant, if you will.
I was too. And I learned that's actually a good comic. You watchers and you, Riley, should check it out if you ever have the time.
Right. I can't read much, but I'll give it my best shot.
The artwork is pretty. Red Skull,
okay.
literally, the Winter Soldier kills the Red Skull in it.
Okay.
It's pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Yeah. I got a whole stack of comics down there that I have yet to read, that some of which I've had for a long time. I got to get with the times.
Get on it. I've spent a unhealthy amount of money on comic books the past month, and I don't regret it. It's pretty damn good.
I've got some horror comics that I've never even opened because I'm scared to.
Did you you have Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, don't you? That was a comic, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. The Dream Warriors or the Nightmare Warriors.
Yeah, I saw that at the comic book shop like a year or two ago, but it was kind of expensive. It was like, I can't remember how much it was, but it was in really good condition. I couldn't get it, but
damn. Yeah, I
cool.
don't. Well, I have a couple of the variants of the first cover, and then I have just the collection book, like what you have there. So
nice. One other thing that I want to talk about that like really complements the movie compared to other Marvel films, the soundtrack of this movie is superb. Like, not to nerd out here, but when I work out, I like to listen to movie soundtracks to help me get in the zone. Sometimes I listen to heavy metal, but I listen to this soundtrack when I go for a run or lift weights and stuff because it really gets me amped up where I'm like, I have to do cool shit, and it works.
You learn a lot about a man based on his weightlifting soundtrack, his gym playlist.
What does that say about me? That I'm a loser.
If I walked by somebody at the gym and looked it down on their phone and the Winter Soldier score was playing, I'd be like, all right, this guy knows ball.
if I saw someone look at my phone, I'd be like, hey, what the fuck are you looking at? Get over there.
Mind your goddamn business.
I'm trying to work out here. Get out of here.
I've been on a Limp Bizkit kick lately for the gym, and I don't even really like Limp Bizkit, which is crazy.
MGK just released a song with Fred Durst, and Fred Durst doesn't do shit in that song other than yeah. And he's like,
that's all we wanted for.
That's all we needed. Yeah. It was pretty good.
That song has been getting shit on, by the way, and I kind of like it. And I don't know if that says, yes. Again, we talk about society, you know. That short just came out. I saw it. It's like we live in a world right now where people just want to hate everything. Yeah. And I think MGK comes with a lot of baggage. And I was like, man, this is kind of catchy. Everyone is replying to it saying, God, this is my ears are bleeding. I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, it's not that good.
It sucks. Yeah. I hate Machine Gun Kelly.
He's got some shit songs, to be honest.
He does have some, like his last album I didn't even listen to because I wasn't a fan of a few of his songs, but I think he's a great rapper. And he brought back pop punk. I mean, he really brought it back to the mainstream audience, and I mean, you gotta give him props for that.
There is that one line in there that's like drying like cum on her back or something like that, and I'm like, no, let's cut that one out. Let's cut that line out. That's not his way. Like, you think it's hidden.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, it's I can't remember what it's something about back and cum drying on her back or something. You believe me, it'll stand out the second you listen to it.
Was that in the new song?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been seeing all the buzz around like Youngblood and everything because I mean, there's almost a whole verse centered around talking shit about Youngblood, which I like Youngblood. I think he's good, but I didn't know he was a Mickey Mouse kid. I was just like, man, how can you be this big rock star and be a Mickey Mouse kid? I don't know.
We're all Mickey Mouse kids. Look at what we're talking about right now.
We are. We're talking about a Mickey Mouse movie. Yep. It's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Youngblood's my favorite artist now. I apologize.
Yeah. But
He's
I've
good.
been listening to My Way by Limp Bizkit a lot because I recently came across the WrestleMania 17 promo, the video package of The Rock and Stone Cold, and it uses that song. And I was like, "This, all right, I'm gonna listen to this for a week now." And then
I do
while
love
listening
that
to that,
song.
yeah, then all of a sudden Fred Durst makes a comeback with MGK, and here we are.
See how it all. Wait, where? There we are.
Yeah.
It's all a circle. It's all a pattern.
Coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Anyways, the new segment, which is still similar to like Hero, I can't remember what I called it, but I'm calling this segment Hero to Zero. This segment is talking about who is the best character in the movie besides the main superhero and who's the worst. I have to go Sam here for the hero. I love Sam Wilson. I think he is so good. Like, I love him as Cap. I love him as Falcon. He's a fantastic person.
Yeah. I guess I forgot when watching this. I was like, oh, yeah, this is the first time we've seen Sam, huh? Yeah. They handle him really well. Like him being a vet who's gone through some shit, like clearly going through some PTSD.
Yep.
But is immediately willing to lay his life, on the line for just to help out Steve.
Not only that, like he stole government equipment to help Steve. He's like, "Give me my wings back and I'll help you." Steve's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
He could have went to prison.
I do think there's so many moments in superhero movies and comic books in general, and it's just kind of part of the you gotta turn off that realism meter for yourself, because the fact that Sam was like a top secret soldier who could fucking fly is how convenient that that's who Steve was running next to and talking to. And yeah, I don't whatever. Well, hey, look at this. This guy could be an Avenger. Thank God I happen to jog next to him in the park.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's how it goes. We don't live in Washington. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna move there and start jogging. And if I don't meet a superhero, I'm gonna be pissed. The most unrealistic thing in that scenario is me jogging, and I know someone's gonna say that. So fuck you.
And they're like, "Yeah, right, Riley. Come on, man."
That reminds me, just to go on one more tangent. The dude that said talk about the spider webs.
Yeah.
The dude that said like the fact that he thinks he can hold his weight is crazy. Like, wait, first of all, I can't hold my weight.
I think he was talking about me.
No,
I think he was talking about me as in like the fact this guy thinks he could hold his weight to web swing. I don't think he's talking about you.
I think he's
You're
talking
like,
about
what
me.
the fuck did you just say?
No, he was talking about me because I list off like the web shooter, like the streets being covered is like that would obviously like that's to be a problem. And he's like, yeah, that's the problem. It's more like how are you gonna hold your weight? Like
I'll have to go back and look.
First of all, and like that is the least of my concerns when it comes to web slinging, because like there are so many devices we can create to make it where our grip would be able to hang on.
Well, yeah.
Versa grips. All right, we'll just put Versa grips right onto the web sling. There are so many solutions for that. I don't know what the solution is for fucking people having cum all over the city, and not to mention the skill gap of using the web shooters. It's one thing to be able to hold your weight, but are you going to be able to change directions in time if where you splat your skull against a skyscraper?
Are you going to be able to even catch the web before it releases from your web shooter? You got to catch it in time or you're going to fall.
Yeah, you could so easily miss, and it doesn't stick right or doesn't hit the right angle. But yeah, my fat ass not being able to hold myself up, that's the problem. Shame on me.
I will say, though, I think a dead job would be coming back. The window cleaner job, their business will be booming.
Is that not a good job anymore? I
don't know. I mean, I live in a small city, so like I don't see any fucking window cleaners here.
Well, yeah, it's different, but I think skyscraper cleaners, like I think that's still a thing.
Are you sure?
Well, someone's got to do it. What, we're using AI to clean windows? Like, someone's got to do it.
I don't know, man. I've never seen it.
You just said you live in a small town, so of course you haven't seen it.
I've not
pretty
seen
sure
it in
that's, like,
movies or
still-
anything. It's a dead career.
I think that's still a common job in cities is window cleaning.
Well, it'd be booming even more if there was cum on the walls.
Well, yeah, of course. Like the porn
And,
industry, it's you got to pay extra just for the janitors, you know?
That's true. How much you think they charge for that?
First of all, me and you both know that nobody in the porn industry is willing to spend the money to actually clean their sets, okay?
Yeah,
They grab a Clorox bleach wipe and hope for the best.
and they're like, well, fuck, it already dried up. We can't. And they're just like, just leave it.
We're out of luck.
Just leave it.
Shame.
Yeah, Sam is my favorite side character in this movie. I'm going to go ahead and make a guess that Black Widow's yours.
Well, it got to be now. I can't just pick Sam. Who am I going to pick? I'm going to pick Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy's great.
No, it's
You like
it's
old
Natasha.
Peggy?
It's Natasha. I'm going
I knew it.
to be transparent with it, too. Well, God, jeez. She's got red hair. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. It's a sensitive topic, man.
It's just...
You see the redhead and you're like, oh. Yeah. There is a character that I thought was really good, but he ended up being a bad guy. And that is Frank Grillo, who played
Yeah.
Crossbones.
Yeah.
I don't see him in a whole lot of movies these days, but he was going through a hot streak there for a while.
He's going to be in Chicago for the Fan Expo
Really? I'd love to meet him
coming in
because
August. Yeah.
I loved him in The Purge Anarchy. I think that's my favorite Purge movie. The sequel.
Yeah.
I think that is the grittiest
Sequel.
and darkest.
Yeah.
Like Election Year was a little bit too crazy. And not like, I'm just
Yeah.
talking about a little bit too over the top. I think the second one was like, I wanted to see people in the city doing bad shit, and it gave that to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I still am so curious what would actually happen if there was a purge, but
I think a lot of people would just be stealing shit, to be honest with you, more than killing people.
But like, does it always? Yeah, I mean, yeah, there'd be some people that are fucking psychos, but don't want to go to jail, so they would probably still kill people. But if we are all in agreement that we're breaking the law here and stealing shit, like, why does it have to be a mob mentality? Can't we all just slowly walk into the store and walk out together?
Yeah.
You know,
If it's legal.
I guess we are racing for certain items, like it's Black Friday or something. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess
don't
that's
know.
where the fights would happen. Because they're like, hey, I want that
Yeah.
TV. And it's like, this is the last TV. And they're like, well, give it to me. And they're like, no way, bub, you're going to have to kill me. And the guy's like, okay, I will.
Okay, I will.
I'll do it. Zero, the worst he's not the worst. I still love him. The worst character is the Leaper from the very beginning. Like, he was a terrible villain, got his ass kicked. That's all there was
It's
to
also
it.
kind of annoying.
Yeah, he's just jumping around kicking people.
Yeah.
He's just like,
come on, who do you think you are?
whoa, and just kicking Cap Shield. And
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed in Nick Fury's role. And I know it's part of the plot, but I would have liked to have
Is
seen
there-
more.
Him dying, did that fool anybody when they watched this movie?
No, I don't think so. Well,
Yeah,
the thing
I-
is, the way he explained how he came back, I'm just like, there's no fucking way. So you got your heart rate to like less than 10 or whatever he said, basically dead. They resuscitated him with those fucking electric things. Come on now.
Yep.
That would have jump-started your heart and killed you. That would have killed him.
Well, yeah,
And,
the idea that, a medical staff would not be able to tell that he's still alive, it's a stretch. It has happened, to be fair. But, yeah, I'd say unlikely.
Them clearing him like that and electrocuting him, his heart would have jumped back to normal, and he probably would have been in a lot of pain. But I don't have shield technology, so maybe I'm wrong.
How bad do defibs actually hurt? I mean, you're just being electrocuted. Is that something that, you're getting burns, I guess.
They said that, which now they don't use those big metal things now. It's like little patches on you. But they made it very clear in training. They're like, do not fucking touch the body or the bed when that happens, because it will shock the shit out of you. And I was like, clear. Literally.
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 Yes.
So I would assume it would hurt quite a bit.
What's it going to do? Stop your heart? Oh.
I don't know. Oh. Maybe.
That's literally the point.
Yeah. I'm not going to. Well, you know what? I'll give it a shot next time I'm near one. Just for scientific research.
You shouldn't die. Like the point. Well, you will die for a moment. That is the point. That's the point. But
I don't think you'll die if you get electrocuted from it, but it will hurt really bad.
I mean, it will stop your heart for a moment. So you technically die.
Yeah. Just to bring it back into rhythm. I'd say you'll have heart problems afterward. My biggest pet peeve of Nick Fury is at the end of the movie, he's like, I'm done being the spy. Throws his eye patch, burns it, and then in the next Avengers movie, it's back on.
Yeah, we're like, that's silly. We shouldn't do that.
He literally, in character canon, I think he was wearing them sunglasses, and he's like, I'm tired of wearing sunglasses, but I don't want people to look at my eyes, so he goes back and buys a new one, and he's just back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, what's that movie where he takes the sunglasses off and there's just another pair of sunglasses? He just did that. That's all that happened.
Yeah, what movie is that? That was funny. I can't
It seems
think
like an
of
Austin Powers type of gag, but
something stupid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next, who would be the worst character for you before we go to the next segment?
Well, I mean, I think one part of the movie that throws me for a loop actually is Sharon Carter, because she's just there. Like, oh, yeah. Like, even at the end of the movie, I got thrown off a little bit because I didn't recognize her at first when all of a sudden we're at the shooting range and it's her blasting away to target. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yes. The nurse.
Yes,
or whatever she was acting like she was.
Yeah, little CIA agent.
Yep.
Sick.
I'm not going to spoil it. Did you watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No.
You learned some things about Sharon Carter in that movie that I don't really agree with.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get there, sadly. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. Yeah, she was, I mean, her role was very minor compared to what her characters, like what her character is in the comics, because reading this, she plays a lot bigger of a role. But
yeah. Noted.
Yep. Keep it. Once we get there, I want to know your opinion, how, what they turn her into. They don't really turn her into anything, but she does some things that are very questionable. And Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Bitch, isn't she?
She kind of is a bitch. It kind of upsets me a little bit. I'm not spoiling anymore, though. The next segment, that scene, though. My favorite scenes, that's what this segment is going to be. There's two scenes that I really enjoyed. Actually, 3. The escape scene from S.H.I.E.L.D. I absolutely loved. I loved the chase sequence after the Winter Soldier shoots Nick Fury and Steve is like chasing after him, and then he throws the shield and Winter Soldier catches it. That was like a gas moment where I was just like, oh shit. Like, that shield's nothing. Winter Soldier just fucking grabbed it like it was a toy.
Yeah.
And I loved the scene between Peggy and Steve. I think that is a beautiful scene.
I too also like that scene. I like when the Winter Soldier flips off of the car and digs his fingers into the ground and lands like Spider-Man.
That is pretty sweet too. Oh man, during that fight sequence too, where he like is trying to stab Cap and it like goes through the van and then he's dragging the blade across the van. That was crazy. That was insane.
Yeah, I just like just in general, the stunt work in this movie is so good. That's what makes it, because there's so much stuff that's being done practically or with wire work, rather than just CGI and comping shit in. There's so much guys they got. I think this movie has been broken down on Corridor Crew before with Stuntmen React, where it's there's so much stuff going on and stunt work happening, and even just like going to that first scene on the ship, like Cap flipping off of and jumping over the rail and landing, like that's all done practically. And then like the combat in general, like in that same scene where Natasha takes out the 2 dudes down there in the engine room. It's very believable. That's why I always say I said it before with Natasha, is that her combat feels so legit that you don't second guess her as just a badass woman. Like you're just like, that looks, you did it.
Well, I think that's why
you're that guy.
That's
Natasha.
the problem with them big superhero movies, is because you have to make you got to do these high, like, how am I supposed to explain? You're supposed to make it look unbelievably crazy looking. When it comes to movies like this, it's a lot more grounded and believable. So you can do a lot more stunt work like that, which is honestly a lot better to see compared to like huge CGI spectacle moments.
Like everything in this movie can happen. And that's why I think it's one of the more fun ones to watch. It's why it's a better action movie in general, because there's real stunt work happening here. There's believable stuff. Like, sure, the Falcon's wings, it's a stretch, but we'll get there. What Steve is in general, like what Captain America is, it's a stretch, but we'll get there. I'd be willing to bet we can make we just inject some sort of steroid in there
Honestly,
that works instantaneous and makes super soldiers.
And honestly,
and having
we don't even know if
trained agents like Natasha.
Yeah,
it's all believable.
It's hard telling what our government or any other government has done behind closed doors. Anyone could honestly already have that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe not like jumping off of skyscrapers and still surviving when they land. Maybe not that crazy, but definitely some enhanced like strength and agility, I would assume.
Yeah. Like Guardians is good, and we're watching that next week. Like it's a really good movie. It's fun to watch, but like once Marvel leans into more like sci-fi and aliens and magic and mystical, and it's not as fun for me to watch. I guess I don't like the super and superhero. I just want heroes.
I can see that. I can see that. Especially with the space stuff. Like, I'm not the biggest space guy, like we talked about last week. I like my stuff being in New York. Put it in New York.
Yeah, I want humans to get fucked up. Yeah.
Age of Ultron. I want cities to collapse on top of each other. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah. Well, I think that just makes it relatable. I think when you're in space and you don't understand, like, you're no longer grounded at all, which, again, we're talking about superheroes here, so it's hard to be grounded in general. But I think you just lose some of the stakes once you move out of a civilization that you understand.
It does. I mean, I'm trying to think of a. There's a. Trying to think of the town in Guardians, like I can't remember what they called it, but like when stuff is happening off planet, you're just kind of like, that's another planet.
Yeah, can't
to
relate,
home.
don't care, blow them up.
Get them out of here.
Well, yeah, it's funny because like this is actually like what we're describing is a problem that happens like in civilization in general, is that if it's not within your state or within your country, you don't give a shit, even though you probably should. But that's just like that's a natural phenomenon. Like if it doesn't affect me, what do I care?
I think the MCU kind of does a good job with that later down the road with Civil War, when you see the events of Age of Ultron where that whole city gets destroyed, and I'm sure a lot of people die, and then the events of Civil War happen. I think they did a pretty good job at showing, hey, these superheroes, yeah, they're doing the right thing, but they're also causing a lot of destruction. A lot of people are getting hurt, and sometimes it's not their fault, but something needs to be done to kind of keep them in check. I think they kind of did a good job at kind of showing that. And you kind of see, like in Age of Ultron, Captain America was walking out in his uniform, and then he sees that painting on the wall, and it was talking about Captain America being like basically a terrorist and stuff, so he takes his mask off to fight without it. I think that was really cool. A little bit of empathy to show that he's not just Captain America, he's the captain of the planet. He's Captain Planet.
He's Captain Planet, pal.
Isn't there a cartoon of that guy?
Yeah, what Captain Planet, the
it
green
has all
guy.
those kids with the rings and stuff.
Yeah, yep.
Good show. Good show.
Yep.
I wonder.
I couldn't tell you.
I wonder how fast Thanos would have been stopped with that guy.
Would have just been distracted by reusing and recycling.
That's true. He's a good guy.
That is what Captain Planet does, right? Isn't that like what they use Captain Planet for, is to teach kids about recycling?
I have no idea. I haven't seen that show since I was like in first grade.
I feel like I remember like assemblies when I was a kid about recycling, and I feel like Captain Planet was part of those.
Could be.
I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
He might be the most important superhero of our time.
I don't know who competes, to be honest.
I don't know. Captain America. I think I like Captain America more.
Well, maybe now.
I like Spider-Man
maybe now
more.
we
by a long shot.
Yeah.
I like Iron Man, Batman, Superman. Captain Planet sucks. I like Batman.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast.
Sorry, I hate Batman. I hate Superman. They suck. The new Clayface movie, gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
It's gonna all suck. Easter eggs. There were a few Easter eggs and connections to this. Zola's algorithm mentions Stephen Strange, aka Doctor Strange. Fury's fake grave has Ezekiel 25:17 on it, which is the same Bible verse used in Pulp Fiction by Jules Winfield, which is also played by Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, I thought that was cool. I didn't notice that until I did research. And then Steve's notebook in the very beginning, if you're watching the American version and the UK version, they switch it up a little bit. So like in the United States version, he has like Nirvana written down, Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff like that.
Rocky.
Yeah. In the UK version, it talks about the Beatles and Sherlock Holmes and stuff like that.
Sherlock Holmes. Okay.
Isn't that weird?
The Beatles could have probably been written down
in the
both,
United States.
but,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not Sherlock Holmes.
Who the fuck cares about Sherlock Holmes? No, no
that
disrespect.
It is no disrespect. It is interesting that that's like somebody told him like, "Hey, dude, you missed a lot. Make sure you check out Sherlock Holmes.
Make sure you read the full collection of Sherlock Holmes. There's movies on Sherlock Holmes and a TV show played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who's also your friend Doctor Strange.
You
gotta check it out." But those were the only Easter eggs. The Nick Fury one was by far the coolest one, I think.
Yeah, I agree. That's cool. I didn't know that.
And then you have Stan Lee in the museum. Of course, he's going to get fired because he got that suit stolen. He lost his job.
Well, what was he gonna do?
I don't know. Stan Lee could probably kick some ass.
Dude, anybody could have came into that museum and stole that, and they would have walked out just fine. It's not in the glass case. It's just there.
It is
to
just
be
standing
stolen.
there.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a real cheeky joke where he's like, "I'm so fired for this." It's a funny one.
Just glad to see him every time. Just glad he makes the cut.
I'm glad too, because I miss it. I miss it compared to nowadays where, I mean, you might see a picture of him, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I wish I could have met him.
Same.
I don't think he did conventions, though, that much, did he? Not that I remember.
Bigger ones. Yeah,
That'd have
some
been sweet.
fan expos. I think he did C2E2 a couple times, and he's been at Comic-Con quite a bit.
Yeah. Rest in peace, brother. He's a good man. I don't know what he is outside of this. He's probably a dirtbag sometimes, but he was at GalaxyCon?
I think so. I think once.
Where is GalaxyCon anyways?
I think there's multiple. I think one's in Montreal, I think.
Did Simone meet him?
I don't think so.
I thought I saw a picture of Simone with him.
But maybe. Perhaps.
I'll ask him after this. I think one of my favorite little cameos was seeing the senator from Iron Man 2, Senator Stern, and he gets arrested. I knew something was up with that guy. He was pretty sus in Iron Man 2. He's like, "Fuck you, Mr. Stark, okay?"
Yeah. Yeah.
He was Hydra all along.
I mean, apparently everyone's Hydra.
Most of them, yeah. Most of them were.
And the way they were willing to die no matter what for the cause, I don't get how you managed to put together such a cult like that. It's impressive.
Well, the Red Skull chose his people well to make them live on for years to come.
I guess so.
Had a whole plan behind it. He's like, "I'm going to go away for a long time. I'm going to go hang out on this planet and take care of the Soul Stone, and you all do what you got to do to kill everyone."
Yeah. Good luck to you, soldier.
Good luck. Gotta go. What would you rate this movie?
If we're doing the 5-star, it's to 4.5. I know you want it to be a 5, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think I have to give it a 5. I think this is a perfect movie, other than like the CGI thing I pointed out. I think I'd have to give it a 5.
I'm not against it because I got to give something a 5, right? And I don't know if I prefer any other movie in the MCU over The Winter Soldier.
So far, no. I think this one is the top dog of all of them.
I don't know if I ever will, to be honest. I guess Infinity War and Endgame are up there, but I think I would pick. I don't know. There's always room for improvement. 475 final answer.
All right, there we go. $4.75 is your score. I'm going to give it a 5. I think this one, did I give the first one a 5 too?
That sounds like something you would do.
I think all the Cat movies are perfect. I think that is the strongest trilogy the MCU has.
Yeah, surely. Yeah.
I think this one is the most relatable when it comes to superhero movies. I guess you could argue that Spider-Man is because he's like a poor kid and just trying to do the right thing. But like
But
this
he does
one,
have literal superpowers.
he does. This guy does too. But he's just such a good man. He's such a good man wanting to do the right thing for not just the country, for the world, for his best friend, for his love interest. He's always sacrificing himself for everyone else. And I think that's awesome. The story of this was fantastic. The action was top notch. Crossbones was awesome, which leads into a future like crazy villain in Civil War. I just think it was all awesome. The music was great. It was emotional.
And Natasha's hot the whole
Black
time.
Widow's in it. Yeah.
You got everything. And Chris Evans is hot the whole time.
And
So-
there's a scene where he's wearing glasses. And I couldn't help but notice, what was that movie where he was like, ooh, she's got glasses.
Yeah, that teenage movie.
Yeah, just another teenage movie.
Yeah.
Or not another teenage movie.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my first response when I saw it. This rewatch, I was like, ooh, he's got glasses.
My response
Still
was,
looks hot, though.
God, I'll say he's still hot. It's not
Still
fair.
hot. Have you ever seen the YouTube video Unforgivable or whatever? Where he's like, bitch, you ain't no nerd. I could have swore you were. Have you seen that video?
No, I don't think
Oh
so.
my God. I'll send it to you later. It's good. Got another game, though. Got two
Oh.
games.
Oh,
We're going to do another blind ranking. And then we have a game called Who Said It?
I'm going to fucking just completely blow it.
I think you got this. You want to do
I
Who
got
Said
it.
It first?
Sure, get it over with. 0
I only have,
out of- how many are there?
I think there's only 3 questions.
All right, 0 for 3 is going to be crazy.
All righty here. This one should be easy. I do what he does, just slower.
That's Sam.
1 for 3.
Hey,
Shield
1
takes
for
the
3,
world.
not bad.
Shield takes the world as it is, not as we'd like it to be.
Nick Fury.
Bingo. 2 for 3. Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Oh, and that's Cap. I meant to bring up that line because I love that line in the elevator.
Yeah, that was a good scene. Really good scene. And they were all
Listen.
scared. They were all
Yeah.
terrified. They're just like,
That's one of the most gangster things to say in the moment. He's
what
got
if he
some
got his
moments like
ass
that.
kicked? Could you imagine saying that and then getting your ass beat?
He almost did.
He almost did.
But I don't quite understand the logistics of this is me. I love overthinking everything and then piss people off as a result of it. Like the handcuff thing that magnetizes to the wall, you know?
Yeah.
So it's so strong that he has to climb the wall, use 2 hands to pull it off. It's still on him. And he's able to keep fighting inside of this metal elevator
And it's not sticking
and
to
not
anything.
get sucked back against the wall.
Yeah, I thought of that too. I was like, huh.
Wow, what a
Interesting.
load of fucking barn. God, these superhero movies are so unrealistic.
You're like, I quit this show. I do have another one. I actually have one more. To build a better world sometimes means tearing the old one down.
Did what's his face? Did the head of Shield say that?
Alexander Pierce,
That's the one.
4 for 4.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean, I
proud
know
of
names, but I know faces.
You did great. I
To
do
be
have
fair,
trivia.
Those are very easy lines you gave me. You could have completely screwed me over. Honestly.
I wouldn't do that to you. Last episode was a little rough.
On your left. You should
Who
just give
said
me
that
that.
one?
That was
You're like, did Steve say
I-
that? Nope. Sam said that, responding to Cap when he said it.
That's yes.
I do have trivia. If you want to do that, it's a little bit harder.
I guess.
What is the name given to Bucky?
When you say name,
The nickname.
like, ooh.
Come on, you can do it.
It's there. The 3 hours of sleep is it's there. It's crap. What do they call him?
Think carefully. What do they call Bucky in the sequel of Captain America?
Well, they don't call him the Winter Soldier.
Yes,
like
they
he's
do.
got no. Internally, they call him something else.
No, they don't. They call him the Winter Soldier.
No, they don't. No, he's got another name. He's got like a fucking.
I swear to God.
Him, what do they call?
I swear to you, dude.
It's funny when you type in what do they call Bucky and the Winter Soldier. That feels like such a stupid thing to type. He's got a different name.
I swear he doesn't. I swear.
God,
are you talking about in the room before they torture him?
Yeah. What do they call him?
They call him the Winter Soldier.
I don't know. I don't think I believe you.
No.
Because I thought when he said, like, he called me Bucky, and he says your name is something. I thought they said something else.
No.
Well, then fucking.
I think they said that was your name before. I'll look it up tonight just to make sure, but I swear.
All of Google is suggesting that I'm an idiot. So just forget it.
What is the name of the program designed to eliminate threats before they happen? It's a project.
Project Nazi Germany. Final answer.
Close. Project
Hail
Insight.
Hydra.
Hell Hydra?
Hail Hydra.
Did you hear what I said though?
Yeah, Project
Insight. Yeah, okay. I was making sure I didn't freeze up or anything.
I would have gotten there.
What AI system does Cap and Natasha encounter in the bunker?
Oh God. See, you're asking me to name things, and I am illiterate.
It's the person's name.
Oh, the Winter Soldier.
No. The person that puts his mind in the machines. You're like, fuck.
Yes, the non-Russian Russian. The guy. Doctor.
That's it.
Doctor
is in fact not his name.
It's there's a doctor in there somewhere.
Initials are AZ.
Hold on. If you give me 5-10 minutes, it's gonna click. That is Ari Lehman. Ari
There
Lehman.
it is. Arnim Zola.
I was gonna say Armani, and that was somebody else I was thinking of, and that was throwing me off. And then I started going down that rabbit hole in my brain, and I was like, "What is Armani's last name?" And I just completely off the path of what you were asking me.
You've had no sleep. It's okay.
0.
I forgive you.
It's not good. So I technically got 3 hours of sleep, right? But I didn't because my son also was waking me up the entire time with Toy Story toys.
Yeah. Well, of course.
He had to bring in Rex to protect me while I was sleeping.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, except he kept hitting me in the head with Rex. He had to let me know. He had to wake me up to let me know that Rex was protecting me.
As he was giving you a concussion with it.
Yeah. Yep.
He's like, "You're safe, Dad. You're safe." Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Yeah. Just want to let you know.
My kids woke up at literally 6:00 this morning, ran downstairs, turned on my PlayStation. And I was like, "You guys have school." And they were like, What? And I was like, "Yes, you have school. Get off the PlayStation."
Get the fuck out of here.
What are you doing? All right, the blind ranking. This list is a good one.
Oh.
Blind ranking, part 3. The Incredible Hulk.
I like it. I would say I think it's a safe 4. There are better. Depends how picky you get on this. You could find worse. I just don't think you're gonna find worse.
You can find worse. Black Panther.
Oh man, I'm not a big Black Panther guy, but it's still a 3. It's still 3.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh. Crap. Man, I guess I can't put it at 5. That's just disrespectful to put it at 5. But it is a lot of fan service in that movie.
They definitely dialed in the fan service those 2 to 3 years. Like with Spider-Man No Way Home, Deadpool and Wolverine. That's all they had to lean on.
Yeah, listen, I got to tell you, I just rewatched No Way Home, and I'm like, man, this movie's not that good. Fuck.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, ooh. I was like, you compare it to like other, like Spider-Man 2, like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, I'm like, man, this is quite inferior. But insubordinate,
it's sad. It's sad. Yep. I can agree with you on that.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for fan service, though. Or Stan service. I'm a Stan.
Yeah.
2.
Put it at 2. Doctor Strange.
I guess you got to do 5. You can't put Doctor Strange at 1.
Oh, fuck. So your number 1 is
Hold on.
Captain Marvel.
You're going to look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Huh? You're going to look at me and tell me I'm wrong about Captain Marvel?
I'm going to have to. Yeah.
Why? Those are all bad movies.
I did it on purpose. I was just like, well, surely he'll put Deadpool and Wolverine at 1, Doctor Strange at 2.
Well, I should have. They're so much better. There's so many better movies.
That was a dirty one. I had to.
Unbelievable.
I knew what you were going to do.
God, that whore. Now she's going to... Actually, Captain Marvel is a little overrated.
It is. I don't mind the first one. It's not like the worst by any means. But the Marvels... That movie sucks so bad.
Yeah. That one doesn't work.
It was terrible. Well, guys, I guess we're going to have to cut the episode. I had some technical difficulties going on Riley's end with his computer and stuff, but we're already like an hour and 29 minutes in anyway, so it's totally fine. We were just playing games. Personally, I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you guys for watching the clips as well. I really love doing this show, and if there's anything you all want to recommend to help make the discussions better, different segment ideas, let me know down in the comments. You can check out Riley's channel at /andcast, and I've been having a lot of fun with these. And until next time, guys, we're going to be reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy next week. So if you haven't watched it, watch it, and then watch the episode. Email us at shieldedopinions@gmail.com. We have Discord that you can see down in the description. Join the Discord, come hang out. And till next time, guys, take it easy, brothers. Peace out.